Okay, so in this first photo, we're looking at what's called a parhelic circle. All right, so this is one of the 12 rainbows. As you can see, just observe the picture. Observe the picture. I'll be breaking everything down as we continue the lesson, but in this first picture, this is called a parhelic circle. This is one of the 12 different rainbows, all right? In this second picture, next we're looking at a halo, which is also one of the 12 rainbows. So you can see like they're somewhere maybe in Russia, because you see the mountains, you see the snow, you see the mountaineers at the bottom traveling through this rocky terrain with the halo above. All right. Now in this third picture, this is what is referred to as a sundog. Okay, this is another one of the 12 different rainbows. This is called a sundog. All right, so in this next picture, we have what's called a circumzenithal arc, or CZA. This is also another one of the 12 different rainbows. Once again, this is called a circumzenithal arc, or CZA for short. Okay, so in this next picture, what we have here is called a double rainbow. And you can see both rainbows in the picture if you look closely. And like I say, family, it's many different rainbows, and a lot of us never knew the science behind rainbows. So we gonna break everything down today, because this is one of the many truths that is being unveiled. All right, so in the next picture, what you are looking at is called a twin rainbow, and this picture was taken from I believe an aerial photography. It looks like from maybe a plane or a helicopter. So this is what's called a twin rainbow. You can see the rainbow on the top, the little outline on the top of that rainbow, and then one at the bottom making a full circle from an aerial view. All right, this next rainbow is called a supernumerary rainbow. All right, as you can see, it has multiple colors, not just the normal 7 colors that's in the rainbow, but it has extra colors outlining those 7 on the outside of the rainbow as well as within. These rainbows are called supernumerary rainbows. All right, so what you're looking at in this next picture is what you would call a reflected rainbow. All right, and these rainbows, as you can see the double line on the outside, this is also another one of the 12 different rainbows. This is called a reflected rainbow. All right. And like I said, I want y'all to remember these 12 different rainbows as we continue throughout this video, because we're going to be coming back to these different rainbows, breaking them down. All right. So in this next picture, you have what is called a monochrome rainbow. It's a red rainbow. It's rare. Most people don't see it. I've never seen one, but they actually exist. And scientists call them monochrome rainbows. All right. All right. So in this next picture, we have what is called a moonbow. All right, and this is a rainbow that you can see at nighttime. It's actually nighttime in this picture, as you can see, and it's a full-fledged rainbow out. All right, this is called a moonbow. All right, in this next picture, this is also one of the 12 different rainbows, and they are called fog bows. F-O-G, a fog bow. F-O-G-B-O-W. So instead of a rainbow, it's called a fog bow. All right. And most of these rainbows are only seen over water. All right, they are called fog bows. All right, and in this very last picture, the very last of the 12 rainbows is called a circumhorizontal arc. All right, and as you can see in this picture, you see the rainbow and the circular arc above. Kind of looks like a halo with the 2 rainbow lines going across. All right, so you have about 3 different color spectrums going on right there. 3 different color spectrums. All right, this is called a circumhorizontal arc. All right, peace, family. We back. So I wanted to start off this lecture showing you those 12 different rainbows. Before we get started, it's imperative that I open this lecture with the right spiritual energy. So let me start by saying peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Also peace to the ancestors. All right, I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I wanted to give you all this download. We've been trying to post a video all day. YouTube is giving us a hard time. Don't worry about it. You know how it go. All right. But anyway, a lot of us grew up hearing about rainbows. We were taught that rainbows were up here when the rain comes out or when the sun comes out. They taught us in science that actually rainbows come from when it's raining out. Sorry about that. When it's raining outside, and then the water drops basically reflect the sun's light. All right. The sun's light basically shows through these water drops, which pick up the light refractions of the sun's light, which is where the rainbow allegedly comes from. The first person actually to create the whole idea of what we know as rainbows, which means a rainbow comes when it's raining outside, and then the sun's reflection catches the water drops, and then the light refractions from the sun's appears through the water drops to us as a rainbow. All right, this is what we were taught. And before we keep going, I don't want anybody to think that I made that up. So let's scroll over real quick to Google and see what Google has to say about Aristotle. All right, who was the person who invented this theory about the rainbow. All right, so let's scroll over to Google. All right, so let's scroll over to Google, see what Google has to say. All right. The classic Greek scholar Aristotle, born 384 through 322 BC, we know that is a lie because we know human beings have not even been here that long, was first to devote serious attention to the rainbow. According to Raymond L. Lee and Alistair B. Fraser, despite its many flaws in its appeal to Pythagorean numerology, Aristotle's qualitative explanation showed an inventiveness and relative consistency that was unmatched for centuries. After Aristotle's death, much rainbow theory consisted of reaction to his work, although not all of this was uncritical. In Book 1 of Naturalist Quotations, written 65 AD, the Roman philosopher Seneca the Younger discusses various theories of the formation of rainbows extensively, including those of Aristotle. He notices that rainbows appear always opposite to the sun, that they appear in water sprayed by a rower, in the water spat by a fuller on clothes stretched on pegs, or by water sprayed through a small hole in a burst pipe. He even speaks on rainbows produced by small rods, virgulae of glass, anticipating Newton's experiences with prisms. He takes into account two theories. One, that the rainbow is produced by the sun reflecting each water drop. The other, that it is produced by the sun reflected in a cloud shaped like a concave mirror. He favors the latter. He also discusses other phenomena related to rainbows, like the mysterious virgae, rods, halos, and parhelia. Okay, now the next one I'm going to let you all look up for yourself, but you can Google, can rainbows appear without sunlight? Because Aristotle was the one that told us in order for a rainbow to come, rainbows appear because of the water droplets in the air that comes from the rain or in the sun's light. So we already just discovered that rainbows can't appear without any rain at all, which should have really just blew your mind. All right, those are called iridescent rainbow clouds. Let them tell it. All right. Also, if you go Google, can rainbows appear without sun? You're going to find out, yes, they can. When rainbows appear without sunlight, those are called moonbows. And this is why I showed you all 12 of the different so-called rainbows at the beginning of this video. Because see, what you're going to understand is this quickly. There is no such thing as a rainbow. Rainbows are actually stargates. And this is why they got 12 different rainbows, because if rainbows existed, it would only be one rainbow, right? But there are 12 different rainbows because these are actually stargates, and these stargates open up in 12 different locations all around our realm, all right? All around this realm. So the 12 different locations, you've seen it at the beginning of this video, all right? And they cannot hide these different locations, so they rename when they call them moonbows and monochromosome rainbows and fog rainbows and twin rainbows and everything. It's a million different rainbows, right? 12 different to be exact. That's because there are 12 different gateways, right? So, understand that these 12 different stargates. Understand that these stargates connect us to the Asgard realm, all right? But since they have hijacked the realm and took it over the last 500 years, every time a stargate appears, we are not able to activate it. We can only activate it from our side. As far as Asgardians, they cannot activate the stargate for our plane from their side. It can only be activated from our side, just like they have stargates that allow them to come into up to this plane. But since the ram has been hijacked, they haven't even been able to use their stargates to come up here as well. So they literally have to literally teleport up onto the surface or travel along the Antarctic ice wall. Right? So this is the real truth about rainbows. Also, this is why in Greek mythology, the goddess of the rainbow was called Iris. All right, Iris was the messenger for the gods. And the reason they tell you this in Greek mythology and in Norse mythology is because in real life, every time you see a rainbow, there is actually a spiritual being called that they name Iris. That's one of the Anunnaki gods, and Iris comes with these cosmic and celestial messages and sits along these rainbows. Every time you see a rainbow, you should meditate. You should tap into, link into the energy. But we weren't able to do that because they lied to us our entire life, had us thinking that rainbows are natural things that come from the weather. All right? Nothing about the weather is natural. The only thing that was ever natural about our weather was it was always clear skies and two suns. We had some wind here and there. All right, that was our weather. All this, and the rain here and there. But all of this thunder and lightning, rain, definitely the cold weather, the snow, none of that is organic or natural to this planet. All right, so understand that they shut the stargates down. All right, and they shut the stargates down. So we hadn't been able to access these stargates, and every time we seen them, we just thought that they was just some rainbows that was appearing because it rained and some sun was out. All right, but if you study about the different rainbows, which most people didn't know, which is why I put the 12 different ones, you'll find out that it's all a contradiction. All right, that's because rainbows don't exist. A rainbow is actually a stargate. All right. Understand that we are angelic beings, magical beings. This is a magical realm. All right, they cut us off from our home planet. All right, we are 9 ether beings. The reason why the Anunnaki gods, your Black and Latino people, are 9 ether beings because we come from the 9th universe. Our headquarter planet, which is the Sirius star system, is located in the 19th universe. In the 19th galaxy. All right, in the 9th universe. All right. Understand, this planet that we call Earth or Tiamat Akai is the 999th planet located where? In the 9th universe. So we are located in the 9th universe, whereas our oppressors, human beings, all right, they come from the 6th universe, which is why they are 6 ether beings, because the planet Nern is located in the 6th universe, all right? And Nern was a planet created by Satan. Even though the 6 represents us, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons, Satan, Zeus, Prometheus also elected to use the 6 because this is the only universe where he could create his creation, which was these human beings. So they are 6 ether beings. We are 9 ether beings. All right. So after the great invasion of 1492, they disconnected us by cutting down our trees. They disconnected us by destroying our energy towers that were composed of crystals, sapphires, rubies, tourmalines, etc., etc. All right. The thing was to disconnect us from the energy source because we are electricity. All right. And the more you can understand that, the more you can understand how they were able to manipulate our realm and completely take it over, casting spells over the Moors, tricking the Moors into turning against us, manipulating the energy in the atmosphere, destroying our energy towers, which would destroy the crystals around our pineal gland. Like I say, definitely cutting the trees, destroyed a lot of our ancient memories. This is why we were so disconnected. All right, and then they definitely, by them shutting down, once they shut down our chakras, all right, they did that by feeding us GMOs through the foods, through false religion, all right, shut down the metaphysical part of us, which is the chakras. And once they shut that down, that completely shut down us accessing any stargates because the pineal gland became closed. All right. So understand what's happening now is everything is shifting back gradually, rapidly. We are rising in frequency, rising in dimension, family. All right. Every time you see a rainbow, it's a message in it for you, cosmically, for your DNA. All right. The rainbow is composed of what colors? All the colors that are in your chakra. Understand that the colors that are in our 7 chakras are the same colors that aligns the rainbow, because the rainbow comes from us. We created the rainbow as 9 ether beings, all right? It's just an energetic stargate, all right? It's just a stargate. That's all a rainbow is, a stargate to connect us to Asgard and other realms. Certain stargates, like what they call certain stargates only open above the water realms, like what they're calling a fog bowl. They tell you clearly that fog bowls only appear above the water. This is because the fog bowls leads you to different dimensions, different realities. What they call the red rainbow or the monochrome rainbow leads you to warmer galaxies like Mars. Planets like Mars and other locations. This is why it appears red. Some of those what they want to call monochrome rainbows leads you down to lower realms, the lower worlds like Hades and stuff like that. These realms actually exist. All right. So understand that we are awakened, we are rising in frequency. So these portals that have been around, but what you're going to see is a lot of our ancestors coming back through these portals. You'll see these Asgardians, you'll see this Stargate that we've been thinking was a rainbow, once they completely open up and you start seeing beings come through these Stargates, all right? So we were lied to on every level, family. We were lied to on every level to keep the truth hidden from us. All right. So understand that no, a rainbow is not some magical spectrum, light spectrum that you are seeing because you are opposite of the sun and it rained and the water vapor and the raindrops is picking up light refractions off the sun, which is making you think you're seeing a rainbow. No. That is not why you see those colors in the rainbow, and that's not why you see a rainbow. A rainbow, once again, is a stargate. So that's why they have 12 different rainbows, because these stargates is 12 different types of stargates. All right? So you can't say 1 minute in their dictionary, in their definition, that a rainbow needs rain and sun, but then when you look up the 12 different rainbows, it's actually rainbows that appear without the rain or the sun. All right? So this is how you catch them in their lies, family. Understand that we are nature. We are before time. We are beyond. There are no words that can code you genetically, that can code what you are. All right. So all is being revealed, family, through this cosmic university and through others. All right. So understand that the true power, the esoterical power, the metaphysical power that lies deep within your DNA is being activated. All right? This is what, like I keep saying, the whole year is about, 2020. This great invasion, all right? They do not want you to wake up. They want you to take the vaccines because the vaccines is going to lock your DNA, all right? I will be making a second part to this video about Stargates, all right? Based upon some images that came across my desk earlier, all right? But it was imperative that I got this download to you so that you can take your power back. Every video I post, meditate on these videos. Understand that you have been lied to on every level, family, all right? All right? They call it irisation, right? They call it irisation because there's an actual entity that they call Iris in mythology who sends messages, and her exact symbol is the rainbow. All right, so yeah, this runs very deep. Even when you say an iris, if you spell iris backwards, you get Siri. And what does Siri do? She delivers you messages, or she takes messages from you, and she go research things that you need on your phone. Okay, so the name Siri is nothing but the name Iris inverted. And Iris is an Anunnaki goddess who they tried to hide in Greek mythology and just called her Iris and say that she was the messenger of the gods of Olympus. All right, so it runs very, very deep. All right. Understand that your history was stolen from you. You are not this body. You are electricity, dark matter energy, and dark matter energy is the basis it's the energy source of the sun. It's the most powerful force in the cosmos. The second most powerful force in the cosmos will be liquid dark matter energy, all right, which is what carbon is, all right, which is why carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. So keep in mind, these stargates were being hidden through these clouds and the misinformation that they taught to us and spread to us through school about the weather and our atmosphere and the natural atmosphere of this planet. There wasn't one cold place on this planet, family. Not one cold place. Our oppressors came and used this sub-zero technology against us. It was a weapon. That's why all rainbows have they try to tell you that all rainbows have some form of ice crystals in them. Halos, all of these things are part of rainbows, all right? Halos are also stargates, all right? So the truth is being revealed, just like all the stars are actually planets and galaxies and universes, okay? Just like you are not a black man or a Latino man, you are an Anunnaki god, right? Or Anunnaki goddess, right? This is an esoterical fact. This is the true hidden facts of your realm, your planet, and your DNA. And science cannot be argued. We do not speak with feelings. We do not speak from emotion in this university. We only speak straight, pure science, all right? We are 19th galaxy supreme creators, 9 ether beings, multidimensional beings. We are everything, and everything is you, family. You are nature. Let him who have eyes see clearly. All is being revealed. We now know the truth about these rainbows. And fuck Aristotle. He's considered the father of everything, math, philosophy, all of that. You know what I call him? The father of lies. Aristotle is the Jesus of lies. All right? So I got a video dropping on him. Video dropping on these iridescent clouds coming next. A video dropping on Antarctica. A lot of lessons coming. All right? I love y'all, family. Be sure to hit this like button and subscribe. All right? Share the message. Get the drawing. Understand that these rainbows are stargates that connect you to your ancient ancestors. All right? I love y'all, family. All is being revealed. I opened up this lesson in perfect peace, and I will leave in perfect peace. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevations. The truth is definitely stranger than fiction. They might have lied to you. They might have took over this planet, but that was temporarily. The karmic debt will be repaid. You hear me? It will be repaid. 500 of their man-made years we were lied to. Everything stolen from us, taken from us, family. Unity, love, the ascension, the great awakening. We are the last generation that will avenge our ancestors. And every plant that was hurt, every animal that was hurt, every tree that was cut down. All right? Understand that you are everything around you. Everything, including this wall. All right? Including me. All right? So I love y'all. All right? To all the gangs around the country, it's time to unite, come together. We have one common enemy, one common oppressor. Your DNA is being activated every day. You will remember whether you want to or not. You will awaken whether you want to or not. You will shift whether you want to or not. As far as to the draconian reptilians and the Pleiadians, everything without a soul will be eradicated. The planet has spoken. The gods have spoken. We remember who we are. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Once again, peace means positive energy always creates elevation. Remember who you are, family. You are Alpha and Omega. The beginning, the end. You are yin and yang. You are the balance. Don't pray to nothing outside of yourself. You are a god, nothing less. Peace to the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Peace to the ancestors. Remember who you are, family. Now we rise. Allegiance.com. 1.